Namaste to all honorable members of the House of Representatives. Air is life, pollution is death. About 2 weeks back, Delhi recorded pollution levels of 490 upon a scale of 500, and it was 30 times more than the permissible limit. The world is talking about air pollution in India. This is certainly not the way any one of us here would like our country to be in use. We have created this air pollution, and the onus is upon us to come with a suitable solution. Let today's discussion on the causes of air pollution in each state and the measures undertaken thereof by each government be a very fruitful one. Please remember that the nation is watching us, and I request all of you to behave like responsible lawmakers. I call upon the honorable member from Gujarat representing the Sarvajanik Janata Party to begin the discussion by tabling his report.
Respected Madam Speaker, I am Dhairya Shukla from the Sarvajanik Janata Party, taking this opportunity to open this conference today. I and my government would like to begin by thanking the leaders of the opposition parties for giving us the opportunity to open the parliament speech today. Search for a solution to put an end to the pollution is what our government believes in from the day one of the establishment of our government. But a few people not recognizing the facts of our work to the nation and to the state are unnecessarily pointing us out, trying to cover their mistakes. Madam Speaker, today I would like to present before you the report of the work of the Sarvajanik Janata Party. As per the data of Gujarat State Healthy Society, the cases of acute respiratory illness due to pollution from vehicles, factories, and especially uncertified factories has highly increased in Gujarat under the previous government. This contributed to the deaths of at least 1.2 million Indians in 2017. But a unique pilot scheme to combat air pollution in the western state of Gujarat could prove to be a model for the rest of the country, wherein our government took up major steps like ban of uncertified factories that emit a lot of smoke, bringing forward the next gen vehicles into usage which run with electricity, by not granting permission for selling and purchasing of crackers as these emit unnecessary smoke. Our government has also taken an initiative on COVID-19. On March 19, Gujarat reported its first two cases of COVID-19. Since then, the cases have risen steadily. As of May 2, Gujarat was the second highest in the country after Maharashtra. Of this, 3,750 are active cases and 236 have died. The state government has responded with various actions to contain the spread and impact of COVID-19. But, Madam Speaker, I must add this point here. During this pandemic, our government observed a drastic change in the people who were occupied with their daily
Mr.
duties,
Shukla,
not
the
having
topic is
भाई
of air
कहाँ से आ
pollution.
गए हैं ये?
Just speak
What
about
what
air
we
pollution.
can
Don't
behave like
divert the
responsible
topic.
lawmakers.
COVID-19.
Don't divert the
The
topic.
nation is
Don't divert
watching
the
you all.
topic.
हमारा विषय
Mr. Shukla, please continue.
Oh, I am sorry, Madam Speaker. I'll come back to our topic. Now, Gujarat has launched the world's first cap and trading program to curb particulate air pollution. Madam Speaker, kindly have a look at this record, which showcases an evidence of our work. Gujarat has unveiled India's first emissions trading scheme to curb air pollution. The state government set up an 11-member committee to find out what's causing air pollution in the city and suggested the ways to control it. The committee had conducted a study on the Pirana dump site. The committee was headed by the Additional Chief Secretary of Forest and Environment Department. The Gujarat government has started a novel emission trading program aim to cut particulate air pollution and facilitate robust economic growth. Chief Minister launched the pilot program in Surat, a densely populated industrial center with a significant number of polluting textile and diamonds. The government claims this is the first such program of its kind and will be a model for the rest of the country and the world. Under this program, the government sets a cap on emissions and allows industries to buy and sell permits to stay below the cap. As the first market-based approach to regulating pollution emissions in India, it is expected to slash air pollution at lower cost for both the government and industry and provide best practices for replicating trading schemes to other emissions. With this program, we are kicking off a new era of a cleaner production while lowering industry compliance costs and rewarding plants that cut pollution in low-cost ways, said Chairman of the Gujarat Pollution Control Board. We believe using this market-based system will prove that the rapid economic growth, ease of doing business, and breathing clean air all can be achieved at the same time. The impact of particulate air pollution on life expectancy exceeds that of devastating communicable diseases such as tuberculosis, HIV, behavioral killers like cigarette, smoking, and even war, according to the Air Quality Life Index.
Mr. Shukla, the Novel Emission Steering Program initiative of your state sounds very interesting. I now call upon our honorable member from the nation's capital, the state of Delhi, representing Janata Party to table her views before the August House.
नमस्ते, मैं आफरीन लालानी जनता पार्टी की तरफ से सभापति महोदय का आभार प्रकट करती हूँ कि आपने मुझे यह अवसर प्रदान किया है। वायु प्रदूषण 1650 विश्व शहरों की WHO के सर्वेक्षण के अनुसार भारत की राजधानी दिल्ली में हवा की गुणवत्ता दुनिया की किसी भी प्रमुख शहरों में सबसे खराब है। यह हवा बच्चों के 2.2 मिलियन या 50% को नुकसान पहुंचाती है। पृथ्वी विज्ञान मंत्रालय ने अक्टूबर 2018 में एक शोध पत्र प्रकाशित किया जिसमें लगभग 41% वाहनों के उत्सर्जन और 21.5% धूल और 18% उद्योगों को शामिल किया गया, जिसमें वायु प्रदूषण और खासकर पराली का प्रदूषण दिल्ली के आसपास के इलाकों के लिए भारी समस्या है, जिसके लिए हमारी जनता पार्टी के सरकार ने युद्ध प्रदूषण के विरोध के अंतर्गत खेतों में पराली के ऊपर बायोडिकम्पोजर का छिड़काव करवाया है, जिससे पराली खेतों में ही उपजाऊ खाद में परिवर्तित हो जाएगा। वायु प्रदूषण से श्वसन तंत्र कमजोर पड़ता है, जिससे कोरोना महामारी का खतरा बढ़ जाता है। दिल्ली में 51,837 फैक्ट्रियां नहीं होने चाहिए। नई दिल्ली की कई आवासीय इलाके अब नियोजित औद्योगिक क्षेत्रों से अलग नहीं है। इसका कारण यह है कि हजारों प्रदूषणकारी उद्योग इन स्थानों से अधिकारियों के नाक के नीचे से चलता है। जैसे कि हम सभी जानते हैं कि घर में रहना एक सकारात्मक प्रभाव है, क्योंकि यह न केवल प्रदूषण को कम करके पर्यावरण को ठीक करता है, बल्कि एक स्थान से दूसरे स्थान तक वाहनों के माध्यम से जाने वाले वायु प्रदूषण को कम करके पर्यावरण पर कम प्रभाव पैदा करने में भी मदद करता है। हमारी सरकार ने कैसे कंट्रोल किया? हमारी सरकार द्वारा कदम जो हमने उठाए प्रदूषण कम करने के लिए, वो है पहला, ऑड इवन पॉलिसीज ऑन व्हीकल्स कम बैक। दूसरा, दिल्ली प्राधिकरण ने 4 बार पार्किंग शुल्क बढ़ाया। तीसरा, स्वास्थ्य और परिवार कल्याण मंत्रालय रोगी बाहर के लिए तैयार होने के लिए सभी अस्पतालों को निर्देश देता है। चौथा, ट्रकों का प्रवेश पर प्रतिबंध लगाया। पांचवा, 12 नवंबर तक बंद रहेंगी स्कूल। छठवा, मेट्रो ने अधिक यात्रा की घोषणा की और सार्वजनिक परिवहन बसें इसकी संख्या बढ़ाती है। अंत में मैं सभापति महोदय से ये कहना चाहूंगी कि हमारी सरकार वायु प्रदूषण को नियंत्रित करने के लिए प्रयासरत है। जय हिंद, धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Ms. Lalani, for your report. Indeed, the scene in Delhi is not at all comforting. I sincerely hope the various schemes started by your government will bring respite to the people of Delhi and they will feel safe to take a deep breath each time they breathe. Right now, everyone is saying only God can save the people of Delhi. Speaking of God, it gives me great pleasure to call our honorable member, Mr. Charles, representing People's Democratic Front, who comes from God's own country, Kerala. Charles जी, केरला में हवा कैसी चल रही है?
Greetings to all the members of the Parliament in the commencement of the House. Honorable Madam Speaker, I, Renard Charles, the member from Kerala, will be pleased to state before the House about the current air pollution levels in the state. It gives me great pleasure to inform the House that our state is blessed with abundant natural resources that are forests, biodiversity, water resources, and mineral resources. Kerala is a very green and clean state with minimal air pollution. The people of our state are highly conscious about the need to protect the environment. Kerala is one of the 12 states of India to pass resolutions required to make laws to prevent and control pollution. In Kerala, the emission rate of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases are comparatively low. The hot and wet climate is the primary reason for luxurious vegetation in the state. However, in cities like Kochi and Thiruvananthapuram, rapidly expanding infrastructural development as well as large proportion of goods and traffic movements through road transport has been a cause of increasing quantum of carbon-based emissions in the state. Even increasing use of fossil fuel in the transportation and industrial sectors is adversely affecting the air quality in Kerala. Due to the rising air pollution in Kerala, many respiratory diseases and a few other diseases such as minor eye irritation and difference in lung and heart functions have affected people. If you compare last year's air pollution levels and this year's air pollution levels, you'll see a huge difference in them, which is a positive one and is very good for the state. The statewide lockdown during COVID is responsible largely for decrease in pollution levels. We can still reduce the pollution load even after the lockdown's over. Our government has decided to prevent air pollution. In this Diwali, we have increased the production of eco-friendly crackers and have prevented the import of normal crackers which are not environmentally friendly and can cause diseases. We've even decided to give a certificate to the factories and industries that care for the environment and purify the air before letting it out from the industry. Kerala has about 37 MAH factories and we had directed them to take utmost care on their chemical and toxic gas storages. We've even held numerous meetings with the factory owners to control harmful emissions to prevent air pollution. Our government also planned to gradually discontinue the use of cars which use diesel and petrol with cars which run on CNG gas or electrical vehicles. We now have more than 597 CNG stations throughout the state, and within this year, the number of stations is going to increase. We're phasing out old vehicles in different phases, as old vehicles require more petrol or diesel to run, and we're going to switch them with the new and modern vehicles which are environmentally friendly. Air pollution index is an important measure to check the air quality of the air that surrounds the environment within which we live. We would like to create an awareness program throughout the state conveying the citizens to reduce the pollution of the air. We're going to convince the public to plant saplings which would further grow into trees. More usage of public transport than private vehicles. Pollution tests for all the vehicles periodically. Setting up of new standards for the control of air pollution. We are going to create awareness among the people by organizing street plays or through programs or campaigns so that the people will understand the ill effects of low quality air and come forward to reduce the pollution and thereby improve the quality of the air. Thank you, Madam Speaker. And before I close, I request the ruling party at the centre to allocate more funds to resolve the challenge of controlling air pollution.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. That was indeed like a breath of fresh air. I hope one day we can say the same things about the entire country. I now invite Mahadev Garu. Cheppandi, తెలంగాణలో వాయువు ఎలా ఉందండి?
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నా పేరు మహాదేవ్. నేను తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర సమితి, తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రజల ప్రతినిధిగా తెలంగాణలోని వాయు కాలుష్యం గురించి చెప్పబోతున్నాను. తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర కాలుష్య నియంత్రణ మండలి పలు చట్టాలను, నిబంధనలను అమలుపరుస్తోంది. జల కాలుష్యం, వాయు కాలుష్యం నివారించడం, హానికర వ్యర్థ పదార్థాల తరలింపు నిర్వహణకు, ఈ వ్యర్థాల నిర్వహణకు సంబంధించిన చట్టాలను కూడా అమలుపరుస్తోంది. శబ్ద కాలుష్యాన్ని క్రమబద్ధీకరించడానికి సంబంధించిన చట్టాలను కూడా అమలుపరుస్తుంది. తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం వాయు కాలుష్యంలో భారతదేశంలో 7వ స్థానంలో ఉన్నట్లు తాజా అధ్యయనాల్లో వెల్లడైంది. తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం వాయు కాలుష్యంలో భారీగా తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో 7 జిల్లాలు ఎక్కువగా వాయు కాలుష్యం కోరల్లో చిక్కుకున్నాయి. కరోనా వల్ల విధించాల్సి వచ్చిన లాక్డౌన్ కారణంగా తెలంగాణలో భారీగా వాయు కాలుష్యం తగ్గిపోయింది. అన్లాక్ చేయడం వలన రాష్ట్రంలో మళ్లీ వాయు కాలుష్యం విపరీతంగా పెరిగిపోయినట్టు పీసీబీ అధికారుల అధ్యయనాల్లో వెల్లడైంది. హైదరాబాద్ నగరం ఇప్పుడు ఢిల్లీతో కాలుష్యంపై పోటీ పడుతోంది అని సెంటర్ ఫర్ సైన్స్ అండ్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ తాజా అధ్యయనంలో వెల్లడించింది. మోటార్ వాహనాల ద్వారానే వాయు కాలుష్యం పెరిగిపోతున్నట్లు గుర్తించారు. వాటి నుంచి వెలువడే నైట్రోజన్ డయాక్సైడ్ పెద్ద మొత్తంలో వెల్లడవుతున్నట్లు నిపుణులు వెల్లడించారు. తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో BS4 వాహనాలను నిషేధించడం వలన వాయు కాలుష్యం తగ్గినట్లు వివిధ అధ్యయనాల్లో వెల్లడైంది. దీపావళికి కేవలం పర్యావరణానికి హాని చేయని ఉత్పత్తులనే ఉపయోగించాలని ప్రజలంతా నియమం పెట్టుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. కోవిడ్-19 వ్యాప్తిని అరికట్టేలా ముందు నుంచి జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోవాలని నిపుణులు సూచించారు. తక్కువ కాలుష్యంతో దీపాల పండుగను పర్యావరణ అనుకూలమైన రోజుగా మార్చుకోవడానికి కొన్ని మార్గాలు సూచించడం జరిగింది. తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం పర్యావరణ పరిరక్షణకు పటిష్టమైన చర్యలు చేపడుతోంది. అడవులను, పర్యావరణాన్ని రక్షించేందుకు ఇతర చర్యలతో పాటు అతి ముఖ్యమైన తెలంగాణకు హరితహారం అనే బృహత్తర కార్యక్రమాన్ని రూపొందించింది. గత కొన్ని సంవత్సరాలుగా యుద్ధ ప్రాతిపదికపై కోట్లాది మొక్కలు నాటి పర్యావరణం సంరక్షణ చేపడుతోంది. ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో ప్రజలను పెద్ద ఎత్తున భాగస్వాములను చేస్తోంది. ఫలితంగా ఢిల్లీ లాంటి కాలుష్యపూరితమైన వాతావరణం తెలంగాణలో, ముఖ్యంగా హైదరాబాద్లో రాబోదని భరోసాని ప్రభుత్వం ప్రజలకు కల్పించింది. రాష్ట్రాన్ని కాలుష్య రహితంగా తీర్చిదిద్దుతోంది. తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర కాలుష్య నియంత్రణ మండలి నివారిస్తున్న కొన్ని విధాలు: నీటి కాలుష్యం నివారణ, నియంత్రణ లేదా నీటి కాలుష్యపు సమస్యలకు సంబంధించిన పరిశోధనలను చేయడంతో పాటు ఇతరులు చేస్తున్న పరిశోధనలను ప్రోత్సహించడం, నిర్వహించడం, పాల్గొనడం. మురుగునీటి వాణిజ్య వ్యర్థాల ద్వారా వచ్చే నీటిని స్వీకరించే నాణ్యత కొరకు రాష్ట్ర జలాలను వర్గీకరించడానికి, నీటి ప్రమాణాలు వేయడానికి, సవరించడానికి లేదా రద్దు చేయడానికి, ఏదైనా పరిశ్రమకు సంబంధించి రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వానికి సలహా ఇవ్వడం. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Mahadev Garu, even I have heard about the success of Haritaharam, but you must remember Hyderabad still figures among the top 10 most polluted cities of India. I now welcome the Honorable Member for Tamil Nadu's All India Dravida Party, Ms. Chandra. Please table your report.
Vanakkam, respected Madam Speaker and members of the Parliament. I am Grishma from All India Dravida Party, honored to be given the chance to place before this august house a report on the status of the Tamil Nadu with regard to air pollution. Pollution levels are checked at 16 places by the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board. Reports that air pollution is higher in Chennai are false. Generally, the pollution levels in air would be 120 micrograms. Since sea levels have reduced, it has increased to 180 micrograms. A few private organizations are spreading false information that the air pollution levels is at 300 micrograms. So Tamil Nadu government is taking some drastic steps to ensure Chennai does not become another Delhi.
एक सेकेंड, आप ऐसा कैसा बोल सकते हैं दिल्ली के बारे में? हमने दिल्ली में प्रदूषण कंट्रोल करने के लिए कितना कुछ किया है, आप ऐसा बोल नहीं सकती।
Fuel wood and biomass burning is the primary reason for near permanent haze and smoke observed above rural and urban India. And in satellite pictures, air pollution is also the main cause of ancient brown cloud, which is dealing the start of monsoon. My government has promoted the PM's Ujjwala Yojana and is setting up biogas plants in rural homes and for low income groups to reduce pollution. Causes of air pollution are very much same as stated by other members. But my government believes that instead of counting the causes, we have to search for solutions. We do not believe in keeping the problem temporarily. We want the find long-term lasting solutions to enhance the monitoring and improve the air quality in the state, especially Chennai. The Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board setting up 25 continuous air quality monitoring stations at the cost of 45 crore. Upon directions from the government, the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board issued some guidelines for Diwali. They fixed two slots, that's between 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. for bursting crackers. Strict action was taken against people who burst crackers exceeding the specified time limit. Only clean crackers were promoted. Pollution causing crackers were banned. Following are some of the other measures taken by our government to control air pollution. Good transport facilities are in place. State road transport bus tickets are the cheapest in Tamil Nadu. In Chennai, which is the biggest city, the electric train is the lifeline for the commuters. Besides this, we have monorails on some routes and metro rails in others. Together, these connect even the satellite towns to the main cities. We have put strict rules for industries to modify and maintain existing pieces of equipment so that the emissions of pollutants is minimized. Vehicles running on petrol and diesel are being replaced by CNGs, compressed natural gas, fuel vehicles. Regular testing of vehicles for fuel emissions is being carried out. The Tamil Nadu government has announced a special subsidy on electric vehicles. The last and best way of reducing the ill effects of air pollution is by tree plantation. Plants and trees reduce a large number of pollutants in the air. Ideally, planting trees in areas of high pollution levels will be extremely effective. The Tamil Nadu government has reserved vast acres of land as protected green zones. Any kind of development and construction on this land is strictly prohibited. I am grateful to Madam Speaker for giving me this opportunity to speak about my great state Tamil Nadu. Thank you.
Yes. Green zones and protected forests are all good, but your government is being criticized for blaming the poor air quality on the weather and wind direction. And yes, your state is facing severe cyclones these days. I hope your government is taking advocate measures. I now request Ms. Khwaja to table her report on the state of Maharashtra.
सभापति महोदया नमस्कार। आपके सम्मानित कार्यालय के माध्यम से मैं शीफा ख्वाजा गर्व महसूस कर रही हूँ कि मैं ओम सेना पार्टी की ओर से वायु प्रदूषण के नियंत्रण पर अपनी सरकार की ओर से बनाई गई योजनाओं और उपायों को आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ। सभी राज्य प्रदूषण के कारण अपने आप में त्रस्त है, मगर कहते हैं ना, डूबते को तिनके का सहारा। वैसे ही हमारी सरकार ने प्रदूषण को नियंत्रित करने के लिए कई उपाय किए हैं। महाराष्ट्र प्रदूषण निवारण अधिनियम के द्वारा पर्यावरण में प्रदूषण की रोकथाम के लिए कई योजनाएं बनाई गई है। प्रदूषण को नियंत्रित रखने के लिए कई तकनीकी सुझाव देकर पर्यावरण में सुधार करने के लिए लोगों को शिक्षित कर राह दिखाई जा रही है। स्वच्छ और स्वस्थ पर्यावरण के बारे में सार्वजनिक जागरूकता का निर्माण तथा प्रदूषण के बारे में सार्वजनिक शिकायत केंद्र खोले गए हैं। महाराष्ट्र प्रदूषण नियंत्रण बोर्ड ने वायु के संरक्षण अधिनियम के द्वारा महाराष्ट्र के प्रमुख शहरों में वायु गुणवत्ता नेटवर्क स्थापित किए हैं, जिसके द्वारा वायु की गुणवत्ता की निगरानी की जाती है तथा उस पर आवश्यक उपायों के बारे में कार्यवाही की जाती है। वायु गुणवत्ता दस्तावेजों को एक रंग सूचकांक के द्वारा दर्शाया जाता है। वे लाल, नारंगी और हरे रंगों की श्रेणियों में अलग-अलग किए जाते हैं। लाल भारी प्रदूषणकारी होते हैं, जिन पर उपयुक्त कार्यवाही हमारे सरकार के द्वारा की जाती है। मुंबई उच्चतम न्यायालय द्वारा पटाखों की बिक्री पर रोक लगाई गई है तथा महाराष्ट्र के नागरिकों को पटाखा मुक्त दिवाली मनाने के लिए कहा गया। केंद्र सरकार के द्वारा किए गए लॉकडाउन में महाराष्ट्र में भी वातावरण में प्रदूषण कम हो चुका है। उसे वैसे ही बनाए रखने के लिए हमारी सरकार पूरी व्यवस्था कर रही है। महाराष्ट्र में हमारी सरकार के द्वारा प्लास्टिक के उपयोग पर रोक लगा दी गई है। आखिरकार मैं गर्व से यह कहना चाहूंगी कि महाराष्ट्र में प्रदूषण को नियंत्रित करने के लिए हमारी सरकार आठों पहर कार्यरत है। सभापति महोदया को धन्यवाद।
For the record, I must congratulate your state government for managing the air pollution levels very well, because none of your cities, including Mumbai, figure in the top 10 most polluted cities. I call upon the Member of Parliament from Karnataka representing Swadesh Party to share his report.
Madam Speaker, through your esteemed office, I, Sanitya Purohit of the Swadesh Party, feel honored to present and share with the House the plans and policies of our government on control of air pollution in Karnataka. While the rest of the states and cities continue to suffer with air pollution, Karnataka shows the way. Karnataka is one of the first states in the country to announce a policy for electric vehicles. Electric Vehicle and Energy Storage Policy 2017 in order to save the environment and in an attempt to tackle increasing pollution levels in Karnataka, our government is taking a big step. This great step has been taken in a bid to protect the environment from the adverse effects of air pollution and bring down vehicular pollution in the state. We had allowed the sale of crackers ahead of the Diwali season from November 1 to 17. During the course of lockdown, we reached a good position from satisfactory. It is between 0 to 50 air quality index now. We have good quality air. There has been a 60 to 65% reduction in pollution during the lockdown. The city railway station and the Pune industrial area, which used to be among the areas with highest AQI, has seen pollution levels come down significantly. We can still reduce the pollution load even after the lockdown is over. We decided to increase fine on vehicle owners and not the drivers, where the visible smoke is emitted and noticed. Some of the projects are using water sprayers and mechanical street sweeping machines to tackle dust pollution, making urban spaces greener and keeping the check on open-air burning of municipal waste. To suppress the dust from the roads as well as footpaths, BBMP has planned for procurement of resident cleaners and washers which would help in cleaning of the roads and footpaths. To increase the green cover by planting trees in cities where empty spaces are available on roadsides, industrial premises, public parks, etc., action plan has been prepared for planting and maintenance of 68,800 plants. The Karnataka State Pollution Control Board, through regular inspections, ensure that all the used oil generated is diverted to the registered reprocessing units under the Hazardous Waste 21 Management Rules 2016. Prevent and penalize adulteration of fuel and cheap oils and solvents. The Deputy Director and Food Inspectors of the Food and Civil Supply Department of Bengaluru City, Bengaluru Rural District have conducted 21 inspections from past 2 years. Finally, I feel proud to inform the House that all the emission testing centers in Karnataka State are connected to online network systems. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I must congratulate your government for the initiative Electric Vehicle and Energy Storage Policy 2017. Well done. I request the Member of Parliament from Andhra Pradesh to share his report.
అందరికీ నమస్సుమాంజలి. గౌరవనీయులైన మేడం స్పీకర్ గారు, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో వాయు కాలుష్య నియంత్రణపై మన ప్రభుత్వం రూపొందించిన ప్రణాళికలు మరియు విధానాలను ఆంధ్ర సమితి పార్టీ కార్తికేయను ఈ గౌరవనీయ కార్యాలయ సభ ముందు తెలియజేయడం ఎంతో గర్వంగా భావిస్తున్నాను. ఇతర రాష్ట్రాల మాదిరిగానే ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ కూడా వాయు కాలుష్య స్థాయిలలో బాగా పడిపోయింది. జనవరి నుండి ఏప్రిల్ వరకు వాయు కాలుష్య స్థాయిలు క్రమంగా తగ్గాయి. కరోనా వైరస్ యొక్క వ్యాప్తిని కలిగి ఉండటానికి విధించిన లాక్డౌన్కు దీని క్రెడిట్ వెళ్తుంది. రాష్ట్రంలో స్థాపించబడిన 4 వాయు నాణ్యత సూచిక AQI స్టేషన్లు విశాఖపట్నం, తిరుమల, వెలుగపూడి మరియు రాజమహేంద్రవరం వాయు కాలుష్య స్థాయిలలో తగ్గుదల నమోదు చేశాయి. సగటున అన్ని స్టేషన్లు మరియు సంతృప్తికరమైన గాలి నాణ్యత స్థాయిలను నమోదు చేశాయి. కొన్ని రోజులు చాలా తక్కువ నాణ్యతతో ఉన్నాయి. గత 4 నెలల్లో ఏ ఒక్క రోజు కూడా తీవ్రమైన వర్గం యొక్క గాలి నాణ్యతను నమోదు చేయలేదని నేను గర్విస్తున్నాను. విజయవాడ, విశాఖపట్నం, గుంటూరు, నెల్లూరు మరియు కర్నూలు కాలుష్యం ప్రధాన సమస్యగా ఉన్న 5 నగరాలు. భారీ పరిశ్రమ మరియు పెట్రోలియం ఈ ప్రాంతంలో గణనీయమైన ఉనికిని కలిగి ఉన్నాయి. పెట్రోలియం కంపెనీలైన BPCL, HPCL, IOC ఉత్పత్తులను బాట్లింగ్ మరియు పంపిణీ చేయడానికి ప్లాంట్లను కలిగి ఉన్నాయి. విశాఖపట్నం, గుంటూరు పారిశ్రామిక ప్రాంతం దేశంలో ఒక ప్రధాన పారిశ్రామిక కారిడార్. విశాఖపట్నం వద్ద పెట్రోలియం రిఫైనరీ అనేక పెట్రోకెమికల్ పరిశ్రమల వృద్ధికి దోహదపడింది. ఎయిర్ క్వాలిటీ ఇండెక్స్ అనేది ప్రజలకు మరియు నిర్ణయాధికారులకు గాలి నాణ్యత స్థితిని సమర్థవంతంగా ప్రదర్శించడానికి ఒక సాధనం. ఇప్పుడు రికార్డుల నుంచి వర్గం వైపు కదులుతున్నాయి. మొదటి వర్గం మంచిది ప్రజలపై కనీస ప్రభావాన్ని కలిగి ఉంటుంది, కానీ ఈ తాత్కాలిక ఉపశమనం మాత్రమే. ప్రస్తుత ఏపీ ప్రభుత్వం ఈ డేటా ఇటీవలి సుదీర్ఘకాలం లాక్డౌన్ యొక్క ఫలితమని గ్రహించింది. రాష్ట్రం అన్ని రంగాల్లో అన్లాక్ చేయడం ప్రారంభించినందున వాయు కాలుష్య సమస్యను పరిష్కరించడానికి ప్రభుత్వం అనేక దశలను జాబితా చేసింది. కింది కాలుష్య నియంత్రణ చట్టాలు, నియమాలు మరియు సవరణ క్రింద దాని నిధులను నిర్వహించడానికి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ కాలుష్య నియంత్రణ మండలికి అధికారం ఉంది. 1. పర్యావరణ చట్టాలను సమర్థవంతంగా అమలు చేయడం ద్వారా రాష్ట్రంలో పర్యావరణ నాణ్యతను మెరుగుపరచడం. 2. సాంకేతిక సాధన మరియు ఆర్థిక సాధ్యతను సంబంధించింది. మూలం వద్ద కాలుష్యాన్ని నియంత్రించడం. మూడవది సైట్ల గుర్తింపు మరియు ప్రమాదకర వ్యర్థాలను పారవేయడానికి విధానాలు మరియు పద్ధతుల అభివృద్ధి. నీటి పారుదల కోసం మరియు పారిశ్రామిక అవసరాల కోసం భూమిపై మురుగునీటి మరియు వాణిజ్య వ్యర్థాలు తిరిగి ఉపయోగించడం మరియు పునర్వినియోగపరచడం. ఐదవది పర్యావరణ అవగాహన మరియు సమ్మతిని స్పష్టించడానికి పరిశ్రమలు, సంఘాలు, ప్రభుత్వేతర సంస్థలు మొదలైనవి వాటిలో సమన్వయం మరియు సంబంధాన్ని మూసివేయండి. ఆరవది విజయవాడ, విశాఖపట్నం, కర్నూలు మరియు నెల్లూరు 5 నగరాలకు స్వచ్ఛమైన వాయు కార్యాచరణ ప్రణాళికను కేంద్ర కాలుష్య నియంత్రణ మండలి అమలుచే ఆమోదించింది. ఏడవది వాయు కాలుష్య సమస్యపై ప్రజలలో మరియు వాటాదారులలో అవగాహన కల్పించడానికి విస్తృత ప్రచారం ఇవ్వవలసిన అవసరం ఉంది. ఎనిమిదవది బహుళ రంగాల విధానం ద్వారా నగరాలు మరియు ప్రాంతానికి స్వచ్ఛమైన గాలి ప్రమాణాలను పాటించడంలో సహాయపడే లక్ష్యాల ప్రణాళికను నిర్దేశించారు. ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర ప్రతినిధినైన నేను ముగించే ముందు రాష్ట్ర నివాసులకు సురక్షితమైన గాలిని అందించడానికి మా ప్రాజెక్టులు ముందస్తుగా అమలు చేయడానికి వీలుగా చట్టం మరియు నిధులకు సంబంధించిన వారు 100% మద్దతు కోసం నేను కేంద్రాన్ని అభ్యర్థిస్తున్నాను.
Congratulations on your initiatives. Now, our representative from Bihar is requested to table his report.
Respected Madam Speaker, I am part from Sarvajan Rashtriya Party, taking this opportunity to take the lead standing on the opposite front to the leading party today. I and my government would like to begin thanking the leaders of both the ruling party and the opposition party for giving us the opportunity of speaking our thoughts and implementations today. Be a part of solution, not a part of pollution, is what our government believes in from the first day of our establishment of our government. Bihar is the place from where the concept of non-violence originated, the most enchanting thought in the history of mankind. Its rich culture heritage, its famous monuments belong to various religions and definitely an assist to us. We stand on the opposite carrying the blame of ruling party. But Madam Speaker, let me convey that we are symbolic against non-violence. Though we are being blamed, Madam Speaker, we resolve the issues raised by talking, in fact, debating only with non-violence. Madam Speaker, today I would like to present before you the report of work of the so-called party and the work of our party. As per the data of Bihar State Health Society, the cases of acute respiratory illnesses (ARI) due to pollution from vehicles, factories, and especially uncertified factories has highly increased in Bihar to around 21.06 lakhs under this government rule till 2012, wherein the next government, that is our government, took up major steps like ban of uncertified factories that emit a lot of smoke, bringing forward the next-gen vehicles into usage which run with electricity by not granting permission for selling and purchasing of crackers, as these emit unnecessary smoke. Madam Speaker, kindly have a look at this record, which showcase an evidence of our work. Our government has even taken steps and precautionary acts such as complete lockdown during COVID-19. Though the lockdown has inconvenienced many, it has had positive impact on the overall population pollution levels in the state, especially in capital Patna, with air quality entering the satisfactory zone from several polluted before lockdown. But Madam Speaker, I must add this point here. People who were occupied with their daily chores, duties, not having time to talk, would end the day with arguments and fight in the streets, have now found time to understand and create a bonding among themselves. So, Madam Speaker, our government is not only looking into the common problems but also taking good care of every family.
But what about after lockdown?
Respected Madam Speaker, our government is very much aware of Muzaffarpur and Patna once again topped the list of cities in the country in terms of worst air quality on Monday with the air quality index of 315 from Sunday to 3:30 today. Yes, we agree. Let me proudly tell you, Madam Speaker, that we had many discussions with Bihar State Pollution Control Board regarding the smoke from industries and vehicles. The BSPCB issued an order of closure of 22 industrial units located either in industrial areas or other places of the town. We are also working on ban of diesel and petrol operated auto rickshaws and provide them subsidy for converting them into electrical. When we constantly working on every glitch of exclusive made by this government, how do they even care to speak about our ruling? Thank you.
Well spoken, sir. I appreciate the steps taken by the Bihar government. Many of you are blaming a large part of pollution from burning of stubble in Punjab and Haryana. Well, here comes our representative from Punjab to table her report.
दोनों सरियानो सत श्री अकाल. Madam Speaker and my worthy members of the Parliament, I, Janvi Busri, I am proud to represent the highly progressive state of Punjab as I table my report regarding air pollution. Punjab, predominantly an agrarian state, is also well known for its rapid industrialization in the post-independence period. There were only a few industrial units, mainly food grains, cotton ginning and brick mills before independence era. But with the advent of Green Revolution and the process of liberalization and economic reforms, manufacturing sector Punjab. Majority of these industries use coal as the main fuel, which correspondingly resulted into increase in the levels of air pollution in the state over the time period. Population in Punjab has grown over 2.5 times in past 50 years, while the rate of population growth has stabilized over the years. The net state domestic product (NSDP) for Punjab has increased threefold during 2004 to 5 to 2012 to 13. Correspondingly, per capita income of the state at current prices has increased from INR 33,103 in 2004 to 5 to INR 84,526 in 2012 to 13. However, growing population base exerts huge demands on manufacturing sector, while in turn out pressures on quality of land, air and water resources. Majority sources of air pollution in Punjab include industries, vehicular sector and agricultural burning. However, growth of population and various developmental activities in the state are the driving forces behind the deteriorated air quality of the state. Industries are significant contributors for the deterioration of air quality in Punjab. In 2011 to 12, around 13,070 industrial units in Punjab were put under red category, highly polluting industries by the central government, around 1.68 million small-scale industries and 425 large and medium-scale industries are presently functioning in Punjab. Transport sector is one of the most important contributors to air pollution, more specifically in the urban areas. The number of registered vehicles in the state has reached approximately 63 lakhs in 2012, which is almost double of the figure a decade ago, 29 lakhs to 63 lakhs. Air pollution through agricultural residue burning during the months of March to April and October to November largely affects both the states of Punjab and Haryana. Currently, Punjab has 24 air quality monitoring stations in 11 cities under the National Ambient Air Quality Programme, Air Pollution Control Area under Section 19 of Air Act 1981. The government has prohibited the indiscriminate burning of leftover paddy and wheat straw. 1986, we undertook initiation of air quality monitoring at 5 locations, implementation of Environment Act 1986, Motor Vehicles Act 2000 in Punjab. 2000, the government undertook introduction of lead-free petrol. 2012, implementation of Bharat State's 3 fuel norms for passenger cars, heavy diesel vehicles and 2 by 3 wheelers. 421 PUC pollution checking centers have been set up by the Transport Department. Pulverized coal and furnace oil is promoted mainly in these highly polluting areas. A regular check on installation of air pollution control equipment APCE for old and newly constructed units is carried out. All the large and medium category industries have APCE. For small scale industries, 925 units were running without APCE in 2002 to 3, which has now reduced to only 84. CNG has been introduced as an alternative fuel. Awareness programs have been conducted by the Punjab government for different target groups time to time. As Robert Frost said, and I quote, "There are miles to go before I sleep." We look forward to greater support from the central government and our neighboring states so that we can find a permanent solution to this problem of air pollution. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Jai Hind.
As we draw to the end of our discussion today, I must congratulate all our honorable members for participating in a fruitful discussion today. Gentlemen and ladies, not only India but the world is facing a major challenge in the form of air pollution. We have a great responsibility of sustaining the environment for the future generations. Let us not treat air pollution as a joke. Don't let our future go up in smoke. Jai Hind.